take their toll, chasing gold but dig a hole. Lose control, it swallows whole. Charts explode, green and red. Panic rushes through your head. Bull or bear, what's the play? Up we ride or down we sway. Make the call, don't delay. Lightning strikes in the trade, fortunes made or lost in shade. Risk the blade, no masquerade. Bull or bear, what's the play? Up we ride or down we sway. Make the call, don't delay. Lightning strikes in the trade, fortunes made or lost in shade. Risk the blade, no masquerade.
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Good morning, and welcome to Good Morning Crypto, where we turn your early hours in the morning into your edge in financial freedom. Today, I've got a few headlines. One of them is going to be about Telegram launching a crypto wallet, which is quite big. And we've got another one, which we'll dive into in just a second. Don't want to tease it too hard, but I do think it's some big news that I will definitely be buying into. Let's dive on in though, get you prepped for some success, because you know what I got pulled up in the background, and it's that stock heat map. We are seeing a few red stocks this morning, mostly off of those earnings we got yesterday. Apple sitting down 0.12 off of its close, sitting down 0.13 this morning. We've got Nvidia sitting quite green, close to the upside 2.25%. Looking to the upside this morning as well, 1.08. We've got Berkshire Hathaway looking nice and green as well, up 0.94. Looking to the upside this morning, 0.22. We've got Amazon also sitting in the green, a little more neutral than the rest of everything though, sitting up 0.36%, and this morning looking up 0.63. We've got Eli Lilly looking to the upside 2.89%, looking extremely neutral this morning with 0% change on the board so far. ExxonMobil, another one of those green stocks, up 1.28%, looking to the upside this morning as well, 0.12. Tesla, on the other hand, getting hit extremely hard. Up 0.14 off of its close, down 6.19 this morning. We might have to take a look at that chart a little bit later. They had some very, very, very sad earnings. Declined for 6 months straight. So we'll kind of dive on into that one on that chart. We do have PNG looking to the downside this from its close 0.03 and looking to the upside this morning 0.04, looking quite neutral. We've got Microsoft up 0.12, looking towards the upside 0.05. We've got Google up this morning 3.32%, looking quite nice. We've got Meta as well, looking in the green this morning 0.34. Let's hop over to the crypto side of things because it's quite the opposite over there. Everything's looking quite red. Should have stuck on one of my shorts from the other day, but it is what it is. We will catch the next one. K Diggity saying Tesla is so 2023. Well, if you want to buy in on any of those other companies Musk owns, the only exposure you can do that with is with Tesla. So I think that's held up Tesla's price just a little bit, and they're launching just a little bit more next coming years. AI and those robots will be that next big play. I personally will never have an X robot in my house. I will avoid that like the plague because that sounds like the beginning of dystopia. But that's just my opinion. I'm sure plenty of people will like a robot to do their chores for them. But we are seeing quite a bit of red on this daily. We've got Bitcoin sitting up 0.04%. We've got Ethereum down 0.6%. XRP down 9.9% right now. We've got BNB down 3.1%. Solana down 6.1%. We've got Doge down 8.4%. Tron taking a spot in the market cap from Cardano, sitting down 3%, while Cardano is sitting down 7.3%. We've got Hyperliquid down 3.5%, Stellar Lumens, no surprise, also down 9.9%. We've got Sui sitting down 5.1%. We've got Chainlink down 5.3%. We've got HBAR down 9.5%. Bitcoin Cash sitting down 3% and taking a spot in the market cap from Avalanche, while Avalanche is sitting down 5.8%. We've got Litecoin down 3.1%. Leo token taking a spot in the market cap from Shiba Inu. So looking like we're slowly seeing some of those lower coins really switching positions quite a bit here as a little bit of liquidity enters one and exits another. We do have SHIB sitting down 8.6%. We've got the fear and greed for the stock side of things sitting at extreme greed. I knew this was coming. I've been talking about it for quite a while. We did get those very green markets yesterday off of the close and continuing to see a little bit of green this morning, sitting at that 77 and extreme greed. We do have a little bit further to go, but I would look at on some of those maybe taking a little bit of profit. I know I'm sitting quite decently in profit on a few of my stocks, so I might take some profits and buy back in at some bottoms. I will let you know what I do when I make those decisions. We'll be dropping that in the Discord, and also we'll be dropping that here on the show. For the crypto side of things, though, we are down to 71 and just some light greed. Not too unexpected, as we have seen some big sideways movements for Bitcoin, and those alts seeing a little bit of some sell-off. We did get quite close to extreme greed, never really hit it, but greed is greed, and greed means take some profits. We do see a little bit of liquidity to both sides of us this morning. $120,000. Going to be that real top side mark. Ranges all the way down to 119,800. We've got quite a bit of liquidity on the bottom side as well, stacking up at that 116,500 point and all the way down to 116,400. So about a $200 price point where we could really hit on the bottom side, clear out some of that liquidity for this 3-day. Looking quite similar for that top side liquidity. Got that stacked up at that $120,000 point. There is about $36 million there. So a nice little grab towards the upside. We do have that 2-week looking quite similar to what we've shown you here before. If it'd load, there it goes. Got that liquidity back up at that $120,000 point. We also have that liquidity up at the all-time highs. Taking a look at the bottom side though, which is what we've got our eye on. We've got that liquidity coming in at 115,400, ranging all the way down to about that 115 on the dot. We do have a little bit more on the bottom side as well that we've talked about more than once, and that's going to be that 112,200 all the way up to about 112,500. We have talked about a little level below that, which I do have my eye on. We might touch back on that today. Let's hop over to the economic calendar and then we'll say good morning to everyone in the chat. We don't have a whole lot going on this morning. We will be seeing a little bit this afternoon though, coming on in with that Chicago Fed activity index. That'll be not a massive market mover, but something to keep your eye on. The big one for the morning, going to be that 8:30 time frame, is that initial jobless claims. You know, we have been seeing that increasing. They have been changing it when they recorrect those numbers. So I will be waiting on the initial, not the initial, but the continuing jobless claims next week. We do have some retail sales coming out of Canada. Scrolling on down, we get that S&P composite PMI flash. Nothing too unexpected there. A slight slowdown, which we've been seeing over and over. We do have new home sales as well coming out at that 10 o'clock Eastern time. Scroll on down just a little bit. Where was it? Nope, I guess that's in the morning tomorrow. So we will touch on that tomorrow. Some data coming out of the UK. Let's hop over to that Bitcoin chart. Say good morning to the people. We had Jesse Gluck first in the chats saying good morning, BC, and to make sure to hit that like button on your way in. I appreciate you, Jesse. Hope you're having a great day so far. LBC tried to pronounce my name last evening. Was quite funny, but he succeeded at least. The full name or your YouTube name? Let's see. We've got Dylan V8 in the chat. Good morning to you. Let's see, we got K Diggity as well. He said it's time for some action. Good morning, crypto family. It most definitely is. We might be looking at taking a stab at a trade here together. I will be dropping a poll in the chat here. We'll see if we want to take a little bit of a long or a short going into the day. And I might have to close it before we get back together because looking like a little bit of some volatility might head our way a little bit later. We do have JR in the chat this morning as well. Good morning to you. We've got Sullied Corn Mafia in here. Good morning to you. Yeah, the full name says Jesse Gluck. I'm pretty sure I nail it every single time, unless you've got some other names that you use. So let's start that poll. We will go asking if we're gonna long or short. I'm thinking long on an alt, but we will see what you guys think, and then from there we will see if we're gonna do one of those top 10 projects or go all the way into that top 20 project. We do have I don't know why it said alt there. Let me get that changed. Long or let me change that. I don't know why I pushed the wrong button. Long or short. Uh, I guess I typed alt because I said alt. So there we go. There we go. Long or short. We're gonna long or short going into today and see what we come back with tomorrow. And then we'll kind of take a look at some projects. Go ahead and throw a few of those in the chat for me, and we'll make a decision together. All right, we do have Bitcoin sitting at that $118,500 mark. We have been wanting to see that hold that 118,200. That's where we got some bouncing action on that shorter term time frame. If we really want to get back above the highs at that $120,000 mark, holding that 118,200 is going to be a little bit of a crucial area for us. We do have this giant fair value gap below us as well, looking like with this cross that we're seeing to the bottom side of our indicator line here on the MACD, and seeing money flow kind of start to falter just a bit here. You could potentially start coming back down. We'll kind of have to see how our volume goes for the rest of the day, but you have seen a little bit of a slowdown on the volume. Have been waiting to see that kind of play out into the higher term time frames, but we've just been seeing a lot of some sideways action here that has cooled off some of these oscillators. Still waiting for the bigger move. I feel like we're on the other side of a shakeout, but it's always a little scary. We could be printing a lower high. Yep, and that's something I've been looking at here. We do have the high here, we have the high here, and the high here. This could be lower highs, not really making lower lows though, so waiting to see if we can kind of break towards the bottom side. Let me get that drawn out there. That is the potential trend line. Let me make sure it's dotted for you, that we would need to break below to really see price action get that stronger dip towards the bottom. But we have been consolidating quite heavily here, so that's something I've been having my eye on. Not really printing lower lows just yet, so just a nice consolidation, but that break towards the bottom side of our lows could really send us back down. And that price point I've been having my eye on is at 111,800. That's right below our liquidity, but it is the highs from back here. And retesting the highs, really confirming that as some support before we try to get that next leg up, I think is going to be a crucial move for Bitcoin. Let's take a look at this 4 hour. 4 hour also looking quite similar to what we've been talking about, and seeing that bleed over into the higher time frame might be something to watch for. You do have that MACD also broken to the bottom side of our indicator line. We've got that money flow sitting in the red here, which is not doing on our daily chart, but just seeing it continue to stay in the red could kind of send that money flow on the daily a little bit lower. You do have your volume, which did have a nice little peak after we got that move back up 118,200, but it is starting to slow down a bit here as well. Not seeing the big volume pushes that we saw when we got this a big strong move back up towards that all-time high. It's just been a nice slowdown of volume ever since then. We'll kind of have to zoom this on in, take a look at that hourly, see what we're looking at there as well. Seeing a nice cool down on these oscillators, nothing too crazy from highs to lows. We did get that nice crazy move towards the upside here, but it's looking like it's been consolidating here as well. You have lots of bearish divergences that have stacked up. You do have a bullish divergence here as well, so we'll kind of have to wait and see where this money flow goes. NASDAQ, I'm in long from yesterday. Give me your stock expertise, close or hold. Well, since you asked for it, we will take a look at the NASDAQ as well. NASDAQ. My man's being degen on both sides. I'm just kidding. I approve of that trade actually. It's one of your better assets to trade on. You've got the NASDAQ, you've got the SPY. I also like to trade a bit on gold. Those are my futures opinions to really kind of to kind of trade on because they're very, very easy and they've got a lot of liquidity behind them, and it's really easy to make those nice clean exits and entries on because there's so much liquidity trading behind it. You get your exits and your entries, and someone will normally buy your futures contract. So there's that. There's my opinion when you're trading options. So let's hop over to this 15-minute, see what the morning might be bringing our way here. Seeing a nice little consolidation on either side of that 18,200. Getting a little bit of a break towards the bottom side, popping back up towards the upside before a very strong move back down. And now we're back above that 18.2, sitting on the top side of our VWAP, but seeing money flow start to falter and got a bearish divergence stacked up here as well. We did get a peak seeker indicator from here, so might be looking to consolidate on top of that 18.2, really see if we can hold that up to see if we can get that stronger move back towards the upside and the top side of our range, sitting at that $120,000 price point. That is the biggie that we've been hitting over and over again, really failing to get above. That's that platinum pocket on our fib extensions. I do think we might make another little move back up there. We will kind of have to just wait and see. Let me see that hourly again. Hourly could break that way if we see that break of money flow coming back in, and that's let me get the 15-minute, not the 10, and that's what we're going to be watching here on the 15-minute. That money flow as our volume really tries to hold a little bit steady here. So MACD running a little sideways here. You do have the bearish divergence that is stacked up, but that doesn't mean you can't stack up another bearish divergence here. I would wait to kind of see if we can break above about 18.8 and see if we can get that push back up to 1,000, that $120,000 price point, and then see if we've got those double bearish divergences and that double bearish divergence on the hourly as well that really pushes price all the way back down to that $15,000 price point. I see Kyle Fields coming on in here. Good morning, this sir. Hope you're having a great day so far. Those are those price points I'm kind of looking for. We've been hitting that $120,000 price point over and over again, and I'm just waiting to kind of see if that breaks or holds as some resistance, and then see those divergences really stacked up on some shorter and midterm time frames that really drags things down towards the bottom side. All right, let's get over to some of those news articles I had pulled up. I'm sorry for what you're gonna get hit with, but neither of them had a dark mode, so you got warned. We do have NIQ announces initial public offering. Chicago NIQ Global Intelligence PLC announced today the pricing of its initial public offering of 50 million shares of its ordinary shares at a public offering price of $21 per share. The underwriters have 30-day options to purchase up to an additional 7,500,000 ordinary shares from selling shareholders at the initial public offerings price less underwriters discounts and commissions. A lot of mumbo jumbo there, but the NIQ deals a lot with data that AI models use. They also do a little bit of I typed the sexiest crypto beard and Google sent me here, said Dutchy. You threw me off right in the middle of my statement there. we've got NIQ, which does a lot of research with people. So they'll ask them questions, they'll pay them for their questions, and this is how they build their AI models that these AI companies use. They also do a lot in data brokerage. So a big company that has a lot of ties to AI. I will definitely be buying in on this one, playing that initial IPO game, and then really just taking a little bit of profit and buying back in with some of my extra money in at the bottoms. $21 a share for a company that deals in data for AI is not a bad move in my opinion. We also had this another flashbang. I'm sorry. I don't know why no one has a dark mode, but no one wants to see white screens, and we all know that. But try telling that to these companies. We've got Dutchy saying good afternoon from the Netherlands. Well, good afternoon to you, sir. I hope you've been having a great day. We're just getting started over here in America, and I think it's going to be a good one. We're going to try to make some money. I see people are voting 86% long. So go ahead, throw some assets in the chat that we should trade together this morning, because I did have my eye on a few, but I would like to see what the people say, because that's what this is about, trading together. Not really going off of what I want, but what we all decide together. Telegram users in the US can now send and receive and manage cryptocurrency directly in the app. No downloads, no extensions, or separate logins required. The TON wallet is built into Telegram's interface and is beginning its US rollout this week. It is a self-custodial crypto wallet in which users control their own private keys. The service, developed by the Open platform, which is known as TOP, and is built on the TON blockchain, allows users to send stablecoins and other digital tokens to their contacts as easily as sending a message. The company says its first time to self-custodial crypto wallet has been embedded into a mainstream messaging platform in the US market. The wallet has seen broad international adoption with more than 100 million globally active users in 2024. The US launch has been delayed amid regulatory uncertainty, and the CEO of TOP said that began to shift over the past year. So Trump being pro-crypto might have helped with this just a little bit. We will kind of have to see how that progresses back towards the black screen. Hope everyone appreciates that a little bit more. I see a few alts to take a look at. We will narrow that down just a little bit though. We've got Ondo and Say, and oh my goodness, JR, Ton, Ina. Oh, okay, so Ada is in that, AVAX is in that top 20. So Ondo, I think that's just a little bit outside of it, but I'm okay with that. So is SEI, and then Ton and Ada and AVAX. So when we take a look at Ada, that'll also be our TA for Ada as well. AVAX. All right. Let's get over to that. We did have Ada already pulled up, and it pretty much bounced right on that bottom side target we'd been looking for, and that was that 76 price point. We did see a little bit of some wicking action to the bottom side of that 76 cents. So nothing to worry about on that one. But we are seeing a nice buy-in wick here on the daily as your MACD and Prime Oscillator are moving quite sideways here. Mavia, I just like giving you options. We'll try to keep those options a little bit higher in the market cap next time, JR. We're trying to trade some legitimate projects on Good Morning Crypto together. I'm not a degen like you, sir, or the rest of you in the chat. I like to focus on things that got market cap, because they're also a little bit easier to trade when you're trading futures, because then it's a little bit easier to enter and exit when you got those stop losses or take profits set, because that means somebody else will buy it. So Jesse giving those laughing emojis. I see Jay Violet in the chat. Good morning to you. JR needs a doggy bag for all the leftovers. Oh my goodness, Dutch. All right, we are seeing the MACD seeing a little bit of sideways momentum on ADA. It is looking towards the downside just a little bit here after we saw a little bit of some sell-off. Money flow still sitting in the green as that prime oscillator gets a little bit of curvature, and that volume's trying to hold quite steady. So let's get this zoomed on in, take a look at the hourly, see what we're looking at there, and see if we might get a little bit of a good entry point. We do have a little bit of some resistance coming in at that 80-cent point that we've talked about over and over again. MACD running a little bit sideways here as it's breaking above our indicator line. Prime oscillator starting to run a little sideways as well as your volume is quite low. You've got a bullish divergence stacked up, but we need some money flow to really come back in. I would like to see us get to the top side at 80 cents before I really have some conviction on the way towards the upside. So we'll kind of have to see what the 15-minute and the morning might be bringing our way here. 15-minute looking like we're seeing a little bit of some cool off on the oscillators with this sideways momentum directly underneath 80 cents. Volume holding steady, but prime oscillator and MACD getting a little bit of some rollover, so we'll kind of have to keep our eye on that money flow. So let's see, we will keep ADA on that list there for the potential for a trade. Let me start a little poll here, and we will see what the people think. Oh, I gotta close the other poll. There we go. End poll. We're 91% long. So let's start a new poll. ADA, AVAX, add option. We've got Ondo, add an option, and SEI. Will it let me add another option? Nope. We've got those 4 options. That's kind of what we're looking at. And then if you want TON to be traded, throw that one in the chat for me. So let's take a look at SEI. I know it's here somewhere on my list. I'll just type it in. That'll be quicker. SEI. We'll take a look at SEI, see what we're looking at there. Sitting below the platinum pocket, seeing that come in as a little bit of some resistance there. Not looking like it's too strong of a resistance though. We did see a little bit of some bouncing action on the top side. Let's get that moved up to the 4-hour here. We did see that nice selling wick coming off of that platinum pocket. We'll kind of have to see if we can hold that 29-cent price point. Looking like that prime oscillator is extremely red. Your true 7 has clipped out, but your volume is extremely low here on the 4-hour. Let's see what the 1-hour is saying here. Volume still extremely low. True 7 clipped out. Prime oscillator on its way back up, but doing so in the light red. Seeing 2 reversal signals having flashed. I would really like to see a 3rd reversal signal flash here with a higher low being made on that hourly. Let's see, potential for that higher low to be coming in now, as we are seeing a little bit of some rollover on the MACD and the prime oscillator, but your volume's starting to pick back up, and you're seeing quite a bit of some buyer's wicks on the bottom side of this. I like SEI a little bit more on the potential for a trade. That's just my thoughts. We are moving quite sideways underneath the platinum pocket. To see that get above, we could really see that launch back up to about 33 cents from 31. A nice little move towards the upside there. We'd be seeing that resistance come in. Yep, about that 33 cent point. We could also see that get a little bit higher if that 4-hour starts to switch a little bit. All right, we do have Ton requested as well. Let me take a look at that one. After that big news on Ton and Cena, I think that was the wrong one. There we go. This one's a little less scam wiki. We've got Ivan Belarus in the chat. Good morning to you. And maybe a Band-Aid in here. Good morning to you, sir. Hope you're having a great day so far. Let's hop over to that 4 hour. Looking like that platinum pocket was a little bit of a resistance area. I don't know why that's not extended all the way right. Let's get that corrected there. I guess I can't on this. Oh, there we go. Extend to the right. I guess they switched it up a little bit. Seeing that platinum pocket come in as some resistance after $3.50 was hit. So looking like you might see that move back towards the upside with this reversal signal having printed. You do have a hidden divergence as well. Let's see on the hourly. Hourly looking like you have some potential after a secondary reversal, third reversal signal really flashes, getting that rollover. MACD underneath the indicator line as well. SEI really looking like a good one for the morning. Let's see what people are saying. AVAX overwhelmingly. Haven't taken a look at it just yet. We will get there in just a second. So we got that rolling over on the 15-minute as well, but we are making lower highs and lower lows. So that does give me a little less want to trade this back up towards that $3.50 price point. Or at least the platinum pocket. There's a lot of resistance coming in at that $3.23 point. All right, let's take a look at AVAX. See what we're looking at there. Because apparently everyone wants me to trade that one for the morning. Let's see what we got going on. Making a nice little decent bounce here on a 15-minute. We have a bit of a bearish divergence. So let's take a look at the 4 hour here. Getting some nice curvature on that prime oscillator. A little bit of some curvature here on the MACD as well. True 7 clipped out, reversal signal, and the volume's a little bit low. Let's see what the hourly looking like it has that potential to pump as well. You've got a decent bullish divergence. Prime oscillator not really getting the sideways momentum that everything else was, and that MACD is breaking above that indicator line. We'll kind of have to see what that 15-minute was talking about, because we do need some money flow to really come back in here. I'm seeing a bearish divergence. We're getting a little bit of some rollover. Volume just starting to come back in. MACD sitting quite sideways. So seeing a nice little area to kind of hold up here. If we do see 2304 hold up, I could potentially see that move coming in back to that 24.97. So about a 50-cent price move towards the upside. Looking like AVAX is overwhelmingly the request on everyone. Actually, SEI, that secondary request, it is tied with AVAX. So let's end that poll. AVAX or SEI for the trade on the morning. And then we will get that pulled up. AVAX or SEI. Those are those two overly voted options. I see Crypto Billion here this morning. Good morning to you, sir. I hope you're having a great day so far. We did have JR asking for that NASDAQ. So let's get that pulled up. See what we're looking at. He said he longed it yesterday. Asked if he should hold or sell. So let's see. We don't give financial advice, but if I was in a long here, daily looking like it has the potential to keep breaking towards the upside if you continue to see that money flow coming on in as your prime oscillator sitting light red, getting some nice little curvature sideways. MACD also getting that sideways momentum with our indicator line. Volume slowed down just a little bit here. You might see that pull back towards all-time highs, 20,200 there, and continue back up towards that golden pocket on our fib extensions, 1618 at 22,100. That's kind of that area I would target for the NASDAQ. Let's see what our shorter term time frames were looking like. Got this hourly continuing to see that cool off as we're making a little bit of some upside movements here. Let's get this zoomed on in a little bit more. There we go there. Making that nice move back towards the upside, making new all-time highs. You do have that prime oscillator curving back up here. Let me get that MACD. There we go. We've got that MACD breaking back towards the top side of our indicator line. Looking like this dip really cooled us off quite a bit. If we can get above 2179, could really continue that rip towards the upside. Let's see what the 15-minute in the morning are bringing our way. Looking like that money flow did make that nice dip into some selling pressure with those nice big red candles there. Looking like you could potentially see a little more cool off with some sideways momentum. Would like to see a little bit of a break back down, probably clear out 2,000, about 980, and then continue back towards the upside. That would really cool off the 15-minute there. That hourly was looking like you could still keep running. So I would hold it for just a little bit longer. I do have quite a bit of upside potential coming on in towards that golden pocket fib extension. Seeing a little bit of some cool off this morning, not too unexpected as you see this giant move off of that CME gap, which is now closed. Let me get that. Oh, wrong thing there. Let me get that CME gap filled on in. CME gap closed. We got that nice rip back off of the top side. Not really seeing anything too worrisome to say that you should sell super quick. The daily was looking a little bit iffy. That's the only thing. So really depends on how long you're wanting to hold that. But that daily is the only thing that could really stop you as the volume has slowed up. Your money flow is still in the green, but prime oscillator and MACD are very indecisive. So yeah, shorter term time frame looks really nice for continued upside. You'd need to see that really bleed over into your higher term time frame. All right, looks like everyone wants SEI. No, wrong thing. There we go. Let's get that internet pulled back up. Let's get a Blowfin pulled up here, and we'll get SEI pulled up. All right, we're gonna trade some futures. I don't care about that. I'm already in there. All right, and we'll get SEI pulled up. SEI and futures, not spot, because we're not trading on spot here. We are big boys. All right, we'll get this pulled on up, see what we're looking like on the Blowfin chart. Take a look at that hourly, and looking like we're at the lows from back here. So waiting for that money flow to come back in. We had that on Trading View SEI. Let me see what the entry points would be and the exit points SEI. So we had oh, that is the stock. I don't want the stock. I want that. There we go. We want to get above our platinum pocket and really have 33 cents be that top side target. Opposite day, that means I'm supposed to put the toilet seat down when I go. Yeah, just sit down, you know. That's what I do in the middle of the night when I don't want to worry or make a mess or get yelled at when someone wakes up and they're like, why is there pee everywhere? Well, I was tired and I wasn't trying to aim. So we do have this 15-minute looking like a little more cool off might be heading our way, but a higher low. So let's see, we want to target that about 33-cent point. We want about 32.5 being that middle side target. So first exit would be 32.5 and then 33.5 for the top side. All right. Let's get this here. We'll do $20, $20. Nope, that's $30. $20. Isolated 3x. We will stick with a 5x there. All right. Take profit and stop loss. We'll have to do that top side at 33. Oh, 0. There we go. 33.5. Oh, wrong buttons. I forgot. I was hitting the wrong buttons over there. It kind of messes with everything. Oops. 33.5 for that take profit. Let's see what that stop loss might be for the bottom side. 29 cents would be a decent little stop loss there. That's about where those lows come in. So 29, we'll get that written on the correct one. I like using my number pad when I type, but that's also the shortcuts for everything. So sorry about all that, folks. All right, we got 29.7 coming in as our stop loss. So top side, looking all right. Might stretch that a little bit further. What is the above that coming in at? Probably going to be around 34.6 for the big top side, and we'll have that 3 take profits. So 34.6. All right, that's a little bit better, and we'll click that buy long button. There we go, folks. So that's that stop loss. We're a little bit in the negative right now, but not too worried. We will come back at it tomorrow and see what we got. We also I will add those other take profits, 32 cents for a TP1, and we'll kind of have to see what other areas we can hit. But that is about all I got for today, folks. It is time to head over to that morning motivational video. Man's just hitting all the key binds. Yeah, I normally, so I've got a really nice mouse, but you have to bind those buttons to something, and I did it on my number pad. But I love using my number pad when I type out numbers because I can just not look. And yeah, that did not go very well. But thanks for sticking with me this morning. I hope everyone's having a great day so far. And I hope everyone continues to have a great day. I got through most of that TA, did not get to take a look at Tesla. So might have to save that one for the next one. But we got some other shows here on the Piper Academy. Hope to see you there. We've got the morning market report at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Going to be a great place to get that breakdown of data. We've got trading with OC at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And the one I was going to say originally was we got that markets after dark with Lunar Beaches Crypto at 11 p.m. Eastern time. A great place for you late night folk to hang out, really have some fun. I know they do quite a bit over there. So hope to see you at the next one. Make sure to wake up because today's going to be a good day.